Hello. Well, some big things have happened on the car, so we'll get right into it. The transmission is in, and in another part of this video, I'll show you the bottom of the video or the bottom of the car, and I got everything in. As you can see, the shifter. That's the modified Mustang shifter, and that fits good, and it's when I'm in the car, it fits really nice. It's really where it needs to be. It's not super tall. It's nice. It's actually I think it's gonna work. I got I had to do a little more surgery on the hole to get the hole fitted so the shifter itself would fit right, but it's pretty well set. It's pretty much done. So I'm gonna pour the fluid into the transmission, and then that's basically done. Then I got the oil pan done. So that's down there. I actually can't see it, of course. Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, you can see the red. See, I shot it red. That makes it faster. I got a battery for it, which is handy. I got the exhaust. This is a stainless steel exhaust. I think this is a MagnaFlow exhaust system. Right down there. Right down there is the MagnaFlow. The O2 filters right there. Anyway, and I think it's going to bolt up to these are some eBay shorty headers. So I'm hoping all that bolts up. But of course, because the headers were different, the brackets that went to the heads were different, so I had to modify those. I modified this side, and I had to modify the one on the air conditioning mount. So I had to stretch those, and I changed those a little bit. But they're all set, painted and everything. So that's all set. Like I said, I actually got the car out of the garage yesterday. This is the back. So this is kind of tacked up where I think it's going to be. I'm kind of hoping the pipes will go in a little farther than that. I'm kind of hoping that yeah, that's kind of long. Anyway, so that's the exhaust is just sitting there. But I actually got it back off the stands and everything, and I got the exhaust. I had to actually roll the car and jack the car up enough to get the car over the exhaust. I couldn't get the car. The exhaust is one piece, so it was a bit of a tricky thing to get it all in there. So I have to do the vehicle speed sensor, fluids, and I have I found a spot of the fuel line on next to the fuel filter is crushed, so I'm going to repair that before it's all said and done. Anyway, so today I'm going to work on the vehicle speed sensor, getting that wired up, and work on and start getting the fluids in the transmission. Anyway, so I'm gonna merge a couple videos together and make one big video so you can see everything that's going on. So that's where we're at today. So yeah, things are we're getting very close to a startup now. All right, so this is the finished, or at least down here, finished product. The drive shaft is in, obviously. This is a stick shift drive shaft, which is 1 inch shorter. That's a brand new yoke I got from Summit Racing. The torque arm is in. The bracket, obviously. The transmission. You can see some cables still hanging out. Obviously, there's no exhaust on it yet. And yes, there is no oil drain plug, because the next thing on the list is to do the I'm going to replace the gasket on the engine because it's leaking like a stuck pig. Anyway, so that's what it looks like down here. I'm going to change the hole in the top a little bit. I'm not quite happy with it, but yep, seems to work good. So we're pretty close to running now. Alright, so this is what's been giving me fits. To get the clutch arm to work. And I was thoroughly convinced that the throwout bearing had to lock in tight to this, but that is not so. From the videos I've seen, that is not so. So I think I'm okay. Alright, let's do this. So it has to be 4 and 15/16. 4 and 15/16 from there to there to fit inside the torque arm. It has to be this plate. These two screws are the mount for the transmission, and they are about 3 3/4 inch on center line, 3 3/4 inch to each center line. And then this plate comes down that comes across this side. So I trimmed it up here to trim some of the weight off it. So the basic length is 9 inches. So 9 inches, and realistically there's 2 pieces of heavy tubing that the bolts go through here and here, and then the plates are welded to that. And then there's a plate on top and bottom, and then there's 2 plates, one on each side, and then there's steel in between. Then that welds to the bottom plate. So it should be okay. Here, that would probably help. It should be okay to. So if you're going to try to make one, at least have some ideas about how to do it. I had to make some changes to it. I trimmed up some of the edges to try to lighten it up. Anyway, good luck.